Well, the hunt is on for answers now as Bowe Bergdahl said to be recovering in Germany at the moment. According to his fellow soldiers, he left his post that night 5 years ago. What we don't know for certain is why. The Pentagon says intent is key, as you see yet again the first images of Bergdahl's handover. It could be a deciding factor in deciding whether or not to bring charges against him for desertion or even worse. Philip Holloway, former JAG attorney, criminal defense attorney out of Atlanta. How are you, sir? And good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill. Thanks.
Do you think he's coming home?
Well, I think, yes, eventually he will come home to the United States. The real question is whether or not there's going to be any prosecution. Desertion under Article 85 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice requires that the person leave their unit with the intention of permanently staying away. If what has been reported recently, yesterday, I think in the New York Times and elsewhere, if what has been reported is true, that he left a note behind saying that he wanted to leave the Army and start a new life, that would obviously be a pretty good piece of evidence showing what his intention was at the time that he left.
That and also some emails with the family, too, apparently, I guess 3 days before he left as well. But so you're saying that he will return from Germany when obviously we don't know. Could be days, could be weeks, could be longer, could be months, in fact. But you do not believe that he will be prosecuted. Why?
Well, in the military justice system, there's a concept known as unlawful command influence. And the idea is that people who are higher in the chain of command are not supposed to comment on military justice matters involving those junior to them. It's usually used as a defense to prosecution. However, in this case, it seems to be the reverse. You had the president in the Rose Garden essentially declaring him a war hero. Susan Rice said he served with honor and distinction, speaking obviously on behalf of the president. So from the very highest levels of the chain of command, all the way up to the president, the commander-in-chief, that sends a message loud and clear to those junior to the president who will be making the ultimate decision about whether to prosecute.
So
There's no
just to be clear,
prosecuted.
there is no requirement. So is this the president's call ultimately? Doesn't the military have any jurisdiction here? I mean, after all, they want to figure out what happened. And if they feel he deserted, don't they want justice?
It's the unit commander's call, and it's discretionary. And the unit commander is going to feel obligated, I think, to comply with the wishes of the commander-in-chief, regardless of what his or her personal feelings might be. And that is the essence of unlawful command influence.
The unit commander who was in Afghanistan at the time, would he have been at this outpost where Bergdahl was?
No. No, it would go to what's called the court-martial convening authority, which is going to be a flag officer of some type. And, you know, if, for example, that he wanted to plead guilty, this is something that could be done even at a lesser type of court-martial if there was some type of a plea deal worked out. But I just don't think it's going to get that far. I really don't.
And also you have these claims about people dying searching for him. So then if it does not get that far, what happens?
I think what happens is he's separated from the Army, and he eventually returns to life as a civilian as if nothing happened. That seems to be what I believe is going to happen. I don't think there's ever going to be a prosecution, although theoretically it's possible. That note that was left behind is certainly a smoking gun that tells me what his intention was at the time he left his unit.
If you're right, Philip, that's remarkable. Philip Holloway, thank you for your time out of Atlanta. JAG attorney with us now. Thank you, sir.